we're recording now.
Well, welcome everyone for our group discussion and presentation. And for this week, just to kind of start with a warm-up question for everyone is, how are you going to celebrate being done with this class? Or how has the pandemic affected you? And we can go ahead and start with Ben.
As far as celebrating being done with class, not do class. I will have extra free time to spend with my kids instead of being just go nonstop. As far as the pandemic affecting me, my employment sets me apart as essential. So I've been working through the whole pandemic. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, I haven't gotten sick, knock on wood. But yeah, my life is more or less going to be the same.
Yeah. So I'm thinking more in terms of just celebrating that I finished the whole year of Pathways. So I'm planning on going out to dinner with my mom and my sister next weekend. And I think it is important to celebrate like big things like that, because that's a huge accomplishment that we finished this year. And the pandemic, the main way it's affected me has been work and school with my kids. It's had it's kind of turned everything upside down in a lot of ways, and trying to find the good in all of that. I'm starting to see that, but it's been incredibly painful. And, like, I never knew in my life, you can't make this stuff up, that my kids would be home from school for this long. Like,
oh, yeah.
And I'm single and I don't have somebody else to help with them. So it's just been, it's been crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. For me, I feel like I'm going to celebrate by probably going to Panda Express and getting honey walnut shrimp and orange chicken and all that kind of stuff.
That's my favorite. I love that.
Yeah, and then probably just watch a movie or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel like I'm going to celebrate, and probably spend more time with my family and my little brother, especially play video games with him. But and how has the pandemic affected me? I think with work a little bit. Going off like some certain schedule of how many people can go at work, and just like some people have to be on call and stuff like that. But I think that's the only thing that's affected me, and for the most part.
Awesome.
Then we can go on to Jessica.
Okay, how I'm going to celebrate with this class? I think I'm going to celebrate because as Tonya, I'm going to finish this pathway year. So this is a big accomplishment for me. And also I'm going to celebrate because for all the things that I have learned this year in pathway, because it has been many. And how the pandemic affecting me? Well, instead of going to work, I had to work here on home. So being working and being studying at the same time for me has been difficult. Even when I don't have bigger responsibilities, I think it was completely difficult for me doing both things at the same place, in the same time. Yeah. So I think that's the way that pandemic has affected me.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. And then to the next question, a couple questions. What went right during the project, and what are we proud of?
As far as what went right during the project, I don't mean to speak for everyone, but I think I can when I say that we're lucky we had Tonya in our group. We don't have any positions or anything like that, but she's undoubtedly the group leader. She's taken a huge burden by organizing the Zoom meetings and making sure that we're all on task, and just kind of being the driving force there. We all contributed, but I think without her, the class would have been, or this group would have been a lot different. As far as what we're proud of, I mean, as far as I know, we're all going to pass. So I'm proud of that.
Thank you, Ben. Like, I really appreciate that. That means a lot, because this really has, I've always, like, in my work life, I've never really been able to step into that leadership role. And it's something that I've always wanted to do. So I've actually really enjoyed doing this. And it's been really fun for me and kind of given me that a little bit more confidence that to be able to step out and bring that into my work life, you know. So I really appreciate your feedback on that a lot. And so for me, what went right during the project, I loved, because I have to admit, like, in the beginning, group projects can be kind of like, you don't know, like, are people going to show up? Because I think there was a fifth person that was supposed to be part of our group that's just never joined, right? Wasn't there somebody else, Blessing or somebody?
Yep.
But I'm just really, I think that everybody did a great job of, like, pitching in and doing their part. And it's really given me that faith in, like, doing a project like this together. So I really appreciated how much everybody did what they said that they were going to do. And that, you know, I think one of the things I'm most proud of, I think, like, that YouTube video turned out really well. Like, I just think everything came together really well. And I'm really proud of just all the work that we've done.
Yeah, I I can definitely agree with both of you guys. Tanya did a great job on being taking more of the lead again, but for this group. And I think we did really well on, like, just try and get things done and make sure they're done on time or turn it in on time so you can get a good grade. And I think we did a really good job with that, because I know with other groups, maybe some are like, it's fine. we'll get it done later or something like that, and it doesn't get turned in on time. But I think we did a really good job throughout the week and trying to get done things turned in on time. So yeah, I think that's another thing that went pretty well for this group.
Okay, what it went right during the project, I think it was that all the members of this group were willing to complete the assignments and responsibilities. So I think that every one of us were very responsible. And also we had a great leader like Tonya. And I think that we are proud of, I'm personally proud of this project, because when I started this course, I thought that maybe a creative business was completely hard. But during this group project, I realized I create a business and how to create a business. And this group also helped me to understand and learn more things about this project. So I'm very proud of all the assignments and the final result.
Yeah, definitely. And then going on to the next question. What went wrong with, or what challenges did we face?
As far as what went wrong goes, I mean, we had our fair share of hiccups. A lot of times we were getting stuff done at the last minute, and we were rushing and just trying to finish what we could in the time that we had. Limited Zoom time, because I don't think any of us have a premium Zoom subscription or whatever. So we had to get everything taken care of in an hour or in less than an hour. So that was definitely difficult.
Yeah, I hear you. And, like, you know, like last week, I think we all popped on Zoom and it went really easy and great. And then today we've had, like, little things, you know, so that can be kind of frustrating sometimes. But I think we've handled it really well. And what was the other thing I was going to say? It seemed like in the beginning we kind of struggled to figure out when we could meet. but we figured that out. We got to know each other a little bit, and we know, okay, it's just kind of the nature of the beast that we work, and it's not like we're just only students, and you work all week. I mean, if you're driving it, Ben was telling me earlier he drives a truck. Well, of course you can't do this. Like, it's not like you're at the office and you can sneak away for a little bit, take it over your lunch hour, So I think that was kind of challenging, but we did a good job overcoming it.
Yeah. I agree with both of you guys. One thing I know, at least what wrong, at least for me personally, that I can think of, that I thought of was that one time, can't remember how many weeks ago, but I remember I for some reason deleted WhatsApp, because that's the group messenger that we use. I don't know what I was thinking. I can't remember, but I just remember deleted it, and then I was like, I saw the assignment saying like, oh, like here's another presentation to do, and I was like, oh, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. So I hurried re-downloaded it and then logged back in or whatever, and then I saw a bunch of messages. I was like, oh, sorry guys. So even though that was 1 week, but yeah, that's I could have definitely done better on that part, but yeah.
I think what it went wrong, or the challenges that we face, I would always say during these online groups, the communication sometimes is hard because we are not close to each other to talk about the assignments, but I think we can handle very well the conversation and the communication to our WhatsApp group. And maybe the challenges that we face probably will be the amount of assignments during the weeks, because we had, in my case, I have another course besides social media marketing, and sometimes doing both and doing this project was a little bit hard for me. But I think as a group, we could grade at the job.
Awesome. And then what would we do differently next time?
That's a good question. I'm not sure what I would do differently. All the things that I wish would have been different are kind of out of my control. I wish the class was formatted a little bit differently. I wish some of the questions or assignments were more clear. I wish that I didn't work 60 hours a week, so we weren't forced to do everything last minute. I mean, these are all things that are kind of outside of my control. So, I mean, honestly, with what we had, I think we did really well. So, yeah, I'm not sure there was anything that I could do differently.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Ben. And the only thing I can think of that I would do differently is I didn't realize how, and this is just me, maybe you guys realize this, but I didn't realize how far ahead this group project spanned. I didn't realize it spanned this many weeks, because I think we thought we were done a few weeks ago, and then we're like, oh no, just a minute. Wait, we're not done. And so that's one thing I would do differently, is I would have looked ahead to kind of have a roadmap, and so we could kind of have planned a little bit more. Like maybe looked and said, okay, we will need to meet this time. We will need, and I think we could have gotten ahead of it. Just a minute, please. I think we could have gotten ahead of it if we would have done that, like looked ahead a little bit more and kind of got ahead of the project, and then we wouldn't have been down to the last minute. Like started to do like a week ahead of time instead of that week. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I would have done different.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I can think of as well. I think could definitely looked more ahead for the whole group projects and all that, and because there is quite a bit that we had to do. At least I can't remember how many or which one this one is. It's probably like the third, fourth, or something like that. if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I feel like we definitely could have looked ahead on the weeks, and even up until the last week, I feel like we could have looked at more ahead and planned out and everything. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of as well.
Yeah.
I think that I will say like the same to look ahead for the next time, the assignments, to have like a big perspective about what are we going to do, and just organize me better as to make time for doing this, and to go and prepare to our meetings, because as a group we have many meetings about about the assignments. So the next time with my group in the future, I will try to look ahead for the assignments and to come prepared to the meetings, so we can do the job better.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. And then going on to the next question, what is one thing we each learned about social media marketing?
That's a good question. I learned how much I actually already knew about social media marketing without even thinking about it. How prevalent social media affects all of our lives, as far as how we make choices on purchases, how our decision-making process. There's a lot of interesting aspects about it that, as I was reading it, I was just thinking to myself, I already know this. There were other aspects that were completely foreign to me. Things like how algorithms work, and how the algorithms track the information that of our viewing habits and what we click on, and then it feeds it back. And so as far as the marketing aspect goes, we can get a better idea of who our customers are, what type of demographic they fall in, and then we can take that information to create our personas and find out who our customers are, who are more likely to purchase, and then we can go from there and just make choices on what social media sites would work best for us as far as advertising is concerned. Because some social media websites will cater more towards younger generation. Some social media websites will cater more towards women. Some will cater more towards professionals. And really having that information would make the difference between a successful and an unsuccessful marketing promotion.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Ben. And so for me, a couple of things. One, like overall, I feel like having my own business is something I've wanted for a really long time, and I've tried it before. I've had lots of times where it hasn't worked more than it has, and it was really cool for me to kind of see that whole process of everything coming together, and seeing how social media plays into that. And the one thing that stands out to me the most is I really liked the article about influencers, like finding an influencer and utilizing that to help grow your social media. And I thought it was just I didn't realize there was like a website you can go to that would tell you like how much of an influencer these, certain people were. And I just thought that was really neat. So that's something I want to go back and learn more about.
Yeah. For me, there's quite a lot of stuff, but one thing that kind of at least stuck out was like more about kind of like keywords when you type in like a Google search. Like those keywords, you can show like a lot about you even if it's just some basic daily or online shopping, and just going to a website. Those things like can be able to like show a lot about you, in the sense that what I'm trying to say. And it like really shows like does like kind of like sending more ads, and like on a base paint standpoint. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain right now, but I think just like having those kind of keywords and clicking on more ads is kind of shown enough. But yeah, and like pay per clicks and things like that.
One thing that I learned about social media is like it's not the same being in social media that work with social media. Before to enroll in this course, I searched for some information about social media marketing, and I learned just a little bit. But during this course, I learned more. So almost all the information was new for me. Something that I really enjoyed to learn was the Instagram lessons, because it's one of my favorite platforms. And this was a huge a difference with me, because I have seen how Instagram works, but I learned how to see that platform from a different point of view. So I really enjoyed to learn about social media this semester.
Awesome. And then going on to the next or last question. Any last minute coordination needed for the final project?
I was just I can take that. I think we already did that before we hopped on here. We made, Ben helped us make assignments for who's going to do what, and he's going to put everything together, and then we're going to have that all to him by Tuesday night, so we can get that turned in. And I think we're good on that. Does anybody have any questions anything that's popped up about that final project? Or I think Ben's going to finish up the 13.8. He's going to finish up that part and send that to me, and then I'll get that turned in today. So I think we're good, unless anybody has any questions.
No,
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. Mitchell, you did a good job conducting that meeting, and thanks for taking notes. Jessica, we appreciate that. And will you email those to me, or? Okay. You can either put it in a Google Doc, and I'll use that to add the Zoom meeting to, or you can just email it to me and I'll create a Google Doc, whatever you want to do. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
all right.
Good to work with you guys. I don't think we'll see each other again.
Okay.
So, right? I mean, I don't think we need to get together again. So, so it's been fun, and I appreciate you guys all very much, and I appreciate your kind words. So,
Thanks.
thank you, and have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay, bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.